My name is David Green. I'm a professor in the School of Engineering at the University of Virginia. I'm in the departments of material science, chemical engineering, and mechanical engineering. My research has been primarily funded by the National Science Foundation. I help chemists, physicists, pharmacists, and oncologists develop rational design principles for nanoparticles that can be used in optics and drug delivery. We develop techniques. These techniques are integrated experimental and computational tools that enable scientists to see the location of important molecules that improve the function of the nanoparticles for the applications for optics and drug delivery. Collectively, we call these important molecules the self-assembled monolayer. And so by understanding where these molecules are in the monolayer, that helps us understand how the particles will interact optically, or how they can get into cells and now one can deliver drugs. In addition, we seek to educate the next generation of engineers with a focus on augmenting the pipeline of students underrepresented in engineering fields. And so that brings me to how I got to this point in academia. In general, it's been, I think, in some ways, purposeful, in some ways by luck and accident. In general, I started out, I was really interested in science engineering. I graduated with my degree in mechanical engineering. At the same time, I funded my degree because I was also good in football and track. And so on the way to going into academia, my mother said, "Oh, why don't you become a professor?" Which I was like, huh? My best friend, who was a football player, he was like, "Hey, Dave, man, you should go be a professor." I was like, "Me again?" He was like, "You always come up with these ideas for research, man. I don't know where you come up with this stuff, but you seem to be always able to do this." And then I met my Ph.D. advisor who told me that I should go be a professor, which, that was the third person out of three important people that told me that I would be good at this profession. And so I was like, well, why not? And then I went and did a postdoctoral research study at the University of Minnesota. And I didn't know that University of Minnesota was like the #1 school probably in the world for chemical engineering. And I was very successful there. And probably if I had known that, I probably would have been a little scared. But honestly, I was too naive to know what University of Minnesota represented in terms of my education. And so really the basis for me getting here was really going to each step, investigating the crossroads each step, and by really thankful thinking and really diving into what was best for me at each step, making the important moves that ultimately helped me be this professor who does research in nanoparticles and helps out others to develop materials that really push our lives forward in terms of developing materials that, again, don't exist because we're looking at engineering these materials into existence. Thank you.